We got everything done early. Hooray for you giving us extra time. Or one free day. Okay, and now this part where Barrison is an idiot. Alright, and this is where somebody murders us. Hallucination time. We're almost back to normal. And the King of France shows up. He looks so doofy. And then Sparrowson comes back to life. Alright, we'll finish off in a second. Harm. No, I haven't examined. Further questions? I wish to uncover the truth. Huge importance. I won't allow it. Fine. Can I at least show something to the witness? Yeah, here we go. And, Daisy. Please take a look at this flower, mademoiselle. I recognize this. It's one of the flowers I sold you. What's this supposed to prove? Do you remember what I told you, when you sold me, what you told... that line. You told me that you were amazed by the flower's ability to rebel. You were impressed by its ability to go against nature itself. I understand you're afraid, mademoiselle, and your fear is entirely reasonable and well-grounded. But now is the time to be reasonable and well-grounded. Now is the time to rebel. Kill the judge! Like a chrysanthemum in January. You're right. Consequences be darned. I'm tired of being held under wolf's claw. What are you two muttering about down there? I'm amending my testimony, Your Honor. Members of the court, everything I've said today has been the truth. I did go to the Louvre on the 7th of January. I did present a box of poisoned chocolates to the king, except it was not of my volition. It was a threat. I was threatened. I was forced to carry out the task under threat of harm. You see, my family has been struggling to get by. The winter has been harsh, and my flower business has been struggling. Ooh, excuse me. One day, a man approached me, a man I assumed to be kind-hearted. This man offered me 200 francs to get us through the winter, but I could not afford to repay the debt. When I attempted to bargain with the man, he offered me a deal. Assist him with murder, and he would drop all debts. Refuse, and he would ruin me and my parents. I obliged, because the alternative meant death for those I love. The man who did this is Judge Romulus. Ah, what a creative story. Even more than last time. This is obviously a last-minute desperate attempt at passing the buck. Sheer laziness of this girl to accuse a man she's never met before. She's blatantly floundering. Indeed, I've heard dozens of these self-pitying yarns during my time as a prosecutor. Although, admittingly, this is the first time I've heard a witness directly accuse a judge. Quite a brazen gambit. But in any case, these sort of stories never turn out to be true. They are always proven to be fabrications born of desperation. I've never been more honest, monsieur. Lady Mademoiselle Signy, I would like to believe your story, but accusing a man, a judge no less, of conspiring to murder the king is a hugely serious accusation. Do you have any proof to support your story? Proof? You say the judge lent you money, then you both have signed a contract when you made the transaction. Contract would suffice as proof. The contracts were all verbal. He said the money was a gift at first, and only later did he say I had to repay him. Very convenient. Of course, the supposed contract doesn't exist. The mademoiselle has no proof because her story is a blatant lie. Falcon, you have to do something. Do you have anything to link Judge Romulus to Mademoiselle Signy? I do now. Members of the court, I know for certain that Mademoiselle's story is true. I can, with certainty, that Judge Romulus has made contact with Mademoiselle Signy in the past. I know this because, at this very moment, I am holding a key piece of evidence that links Judge Romulus directly to the crime scene. Chocolate receipt! I think you should look at this, Seven. Huh? Me? You don't trust this in the judge's hands? What is that? What does that piece of paper say? This receipt for a box of chocolates from Lander Hagelschlag's Chocolate Emporium on the 6th of January, married out to a man named Romulus. The writing upon the receipt is clear. A man named Romulus bought chocolates on the day before the murder. These chocolates happen to have been of the same brand and flavor as the ones that were used in the royal assassination attempt. Assassination? By itself, this evidence would not be definitive. It would only suggest that the judge has something of a sweet tooth. But taken in conjunction with the Mademoiselle's updated testimony, that would imply that the judge was directly involved in the assassination attempt. Judge Romulus, do you have anything to say about this? Yep. That receipt's not mine. I haven't stepped foot in a chocolate shop in years. You cannot be serious. The receipt is indisputable proof of your purchase. Indisputable? Watch me dispute it. What you have there is a scrap of paper with the word Romulus scrawled on it. Is it a forgery? There are simply two men named Romulus living in Paris? I don't have a clue. What I do know is that you have nothing to prove that I was the one who signed the receipt. This is absurd. Do you want me to dig up court documents with your signature so we can undertake a handwriting analysis? That wouldn't be possible. I believe this honor used a rubber stamp for signing off on official court documents. That would be correct. Well, no matter. I don't need the judge's signature. I already have, in my possession, proof that the signature on the receipt belongs to Judge Romulus. I do? The fountain pen contains green ink. Oh, but first things first, I believe you dropped your pen, Your Honor. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's mine. Thanks, I've been looking for that thing everywhere. I thought as much. Mesdames and messieurs, last night I was assaulted outside Salpia Hospital. I did not see the assailant's face, but I did accidentally grab something from their garments as I was thrown into the scene. Oh, so that's why you smell of fish. I wanted to say something, but I thought it might be rude. This fountain pen is a very item I grabbed. Did I say this pen was mine? On closer inspection, I see I must have been mistaken. Save it, Your Honor. I am not here to press assault charges. What interests me most about this pen is the ink it contains. It is emerald green in color. As we all know, only baddies write in green. Audience, can you stop playing the music so loudly? Alright. We'll go with you. Thank you. That's a little better. Well, yes, but more importantly, it's a rare and unusual choice of ink color. I would venture that only a dozen people in all of Paris are arrogant enough to write in green. And I would venture that only one of those arrogant people is named Romulus. So Judge Romulus lacks respect for classic penmanship? What of it? Take another look at the receipt, Seven. That receipt was signed with emerald green ink. It's certainly quite a coincidence. No, there is no room for coincidence. There is no more doubt. There is only one narrative that can tie this ridiculous string of evidence together. On the 6th of January, you, Judge Romulus, bought a box of chocolates with a custom filling. That custom filling contained poison originating from the flowers of Mademoiselle Signy, a street seller who owed you a debt. On the 7th of January, you, Judge Romulus, leveraged the debt of force. Leveraged that debt to force the girl to present poisoned chocolates to the king. Then, an idiot of a man named Juan framed himself as a murderer in order to take the fall in Mademoiselle Signy's stead. You pushed for one's guilt by priming a witness, Monsieur to Saint Kingly, and when that failed, you pressured Mademoiselle Signy to take full responsibility for the crime. That is the only narrative that makes sense. Admit it. Go on, admit it. Admit it, say that you're a murderer. Go on. Fine, I do admit it. I did it. I purchased the chocolates. I added the poison. I put a peasant girl in debt just so I could force her to take the fall. I was the one man who wanted the king murdered. But there's no darn thing any of you can do about it. I'm the one who holds the gavel. I'm the one who passes the sentences. With a snap of my fingers, I could have each and every one of you guillotined at the palace to Australia before nightfall. Who judges the judges? Who stands before me? Nobody, not even God, can condemn me when I sit so highly. Attempting to murder a king, corrupting the Coracis. What an utterly repulsive individual. Don't touch me, you dirty... Oh, no, he's a rooster. You have no authority over me. He doesn't. I do. Take him away, Inspector. I'm not done. I'm not done with any of you. You're all guilty. You'll see. A revolution is coming. The rebels will overrun Paris, and the king and government will fall. The bourgeoisie will be slaughtered. We shall have a glorious second republic, a republic free of class, where everyone is free and equal. Hey, don't touch me. Just another ranting lunatic. Your Majesty, ignore him. Of course. Carry on, Inspector. So what happens now? Alright, I guess we're supposed to take over the president judge's duties? Well, given the surprising series of revelations that just took place, we believe that the results are clear. We find the defendant, Prince Juan Corrido, to be cleared of all charges. We therefore find the defendant not guilty. Woohoo! What happens to me now? Mademoiselle, it is clear you were coerced. However, you still played a significant role in the king's assassination attempt. By all rights, you must be tried for your crimes. I see. I cannot argue. But, as it happens, due process was not followed during this trial session. Judge Romulus thoroughly disrupted the proceedings. Consequently, I believe that most of the testimonies given during this trial session would not be seen as valid in a court of law. What do you mean? He's saying you're free to go. Correct. As a prosecutor, I see no crime to prosecute. Really? Thank you so much, monsieur. And thank you, messieurs. Without your help and assurances, I don't know where I would be right now. So, are my parents really in Vienna? I think so, but you would have to ask the fox for details. I don't know exactly what he arranged. Although now that Judge Romulus poses no threat, I suppose your parents would be free to move back to Paris. Actually, I may follow them to Vienna. You need a holiday after all this drama? Well, yes, but also I want to get away from here before the fighting starts. You mean the revolution Judge Romulus mentioned? He doesn't seem mentally stable. Pay him no mind. It's not just him, monsieur. In the streets, everyone talks of an uprising. If you were smart, you would clear out of here too. Thanks for the concern, mademoiselle. But we're far from smart, so we're staying put. I see, then. Good luck, messieurs, and farewell. Maybe we can meet again when all this is blown over. Wait, mademoiselle, don't you want to have a quick celebratory drink? Oh, she's gone. I guess just you and me and the fox, right, Falcon? That sounds good, Sparrowson. Take Prince Juan back to the Aviary office. I need to sort out some paperwork with Seven. Okie dokie. I suppose the congratulations are in order. Uncovering the truth in the way you did? Quite a feat. Everything went far better than I could have hoped, but you surprised me at the end with that little lie of yours. Lie? This trial's testimonies are completely invalid. Pocky Pock. You and I both know that this trial has produced ample valid evidence for Mademoiselle Signy to be detained and tried. Even with coercion accounted for, I bet she still would be found guilty of conspiracy or accessory to murder. So why are you holding back? You know, 10, maybe even 5 years ago, I probably would have prosecuted Mademoiselle Signy. When I was fresh out of law school, I thought my role as a prosecutor was to condemn every potential criminal that came my way. I thought, if the guilty person ends up behind bars or on the hanging dock, then justice has been served. But as I gained experience, I started noticing the details. The details? The extenuating circumstances, the personal considerations. The gap in the law where, even when due process is followed to the letter, good people are punished and wrongdoers walk free. I hated it, so I changed my role. I decided I should not strive to secure a guilty verdict, but to ensure that justice is served. I could prosecute Mademoiselle Signy, and she would definitely be convicted, but that would not serve justice. You're a good lawyer, Kakariko. Well, you're not terrible, Falcon. That's how prosecutors should be. I must congratulate you, Senior Falcon and Senior Sparrowson. What am I doing? Still using that old accent? Of course I meant congratulations, Monsieur Falcon, Monsieur Sparrow. It's no big deal. We're just doing our job. No, your job ended when you proved my innocence. Everything after that, was you going above and beyond your duties. Of course, I was counting on you to do so. A lesser lawyer would surely have stumbled and caved in, or had to go back into a previous save and redo an entire week's worth of stuff. Cough, cough. Oh, but before I forget, your payment. Ooh, that was 40 francs. Well, thank you, Monsieur Volpez. This has been a strange case, but I'm glad the truth came to light. I'll see you out. Wait, Monsieur Volpez, before you go, something's been bothering me. Why'd you come to us in the first place? Surely there are much more reputable lawyers out there who could have done a better job. Oh, more reputable than the Falcon that stands before me? Yeah, Falcon's got a sucky track record. True, he does have a mixed record, but his family name's hugely respected in the lawyer world. I chose Monsieur Falcon as a lawyer for that reason alone. Really? I've never heard of another lawyer named Falcon. Let's not go down this road, Monsieur Volpez. I don't go by my old name for a reason. That's fair. We shouldn't be fixated on the past, should we? After all, it's already been and gone. Yeah, thanks, Sparrowson. Future is where our potential lies. That's where we should be paying attention. A storm is approaching fast. You mean the revolution that the crooked judge mentioned? Indeed. I dare say that the wolf is right. A rebellion is coming, one way or another. Listen, Monsieur Falcon, you'll probably have a surge of work over the coming days. If you want me to dig up the dirt on anyone, feel free to drop by my office at any time. Dig up the dirt? I'm a private investigator. It's what I do. We'll bear it in mind. Thank you, Monsieur Volpez. Good day, monsieur. I'm going to get a drink. Seriously, Falcon? What? I'm just going to ask if you wanted tea or coffee. Ha 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 ha, he started the episode drunk. Thank you all for watching. You're welcome to come see me record these episodes live at twitch.tv/SuperBunnyBun. You can also say hi on Blue Sky at SuperBunnyBun. But most importantly, I'd really appreciate it if you could like yourself, comment about how awesome you are, and subscribe to Happy Thoughts. And until next time, stay fuzzy and huggable. Bye!